All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you Joachim out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as to all you believers out there who believe in on the gospel. And this the brother Korah Abad from the GMS Houston camp. And I want to go into another lesson. As you see from the title, it says the MOTB, which is, as we would know it, as one of the last major prophecies left, which is, it stands for the mark of the beast. So it says the MOTB will protect you from Esau's wrath. It says, but not from the judgment of Yahweh, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. You see? So the MOTB, the mark of the beast, it says it will protect you from Esau's wrath, but not from the judgment of the Lord, man. And as I was meditating on, I wasn't even really meditating on it. I was reading Zephaniah earlier. And I'm gonna go ahead and get that precept later on in the lesson, but I was reading Zephaniah, the third chapter earlier, second or the third chapter. I think it was the second chapter. And one of the verses it said how, in the time of the Lord judgment, how silver and gold won't be able to protect people in those times. And, as soon as I read that verse, the first, obviously in our time, the first on my mind went right to Revelation 13, the MOTB. Oh, and Revelation 14, 9 and 10. How it says those who receive the MOTB, right? At the end of the day, although you was able to buy and sell for a while, to get by in society, to open the doors with your hand, so on and so forth, although you was able to escape the wrath of Esau by bowing down to his system and getting his device in you, but at the end of the day, you won't escape the judgment of the Lord, man. You see, it's already written in prophecy that those who take this will have to be judged. So no matter if you have riches or status, whatever it may be, even the MOTB in you, that still won't be able to take you from what the law about to do to these people, man. You see? So I'm gonna hop right into it. Let me share my screen real quick. All right, here we go. And Shalom Tala Akim, Akwatu may be tuning in. Yahweh Shemel Shabrakatham. But let's start with this real quick since we spoke on Esau wrath. And again, any examples that we have of these type of situations in the scriptures on where a king made a decree or will make a decree and you'll have people bow down. You see, well, those who bow down, eventually the Lord probably judged them. Or you had on the other side those who didn't bow down, they had to get judged by that certain king, whoever was ruling at that time, who made a decree. Well, we coming into a like situation. Esau, the so-called white man, in the system that we in, they about to crash the system and it's going digital. And in order to get by, as we've been saying, I'm gonna have to get that verse next just because we've been mentioning it, but you're gonna have to get a device in you, man. And at this time, Esau is coming down with great wrath, and whoever don't bow down and buy into his system, whether you go just get cut out of society and die slowly, or Esau go put you to death. But us as believers, we shouldn't fear that, man. We have many of our forefathers who was willing to be put to death by certain kings and rulers for not folding to their agenda. But eventually the Lord came through for them. So that's our mindset, man. Not fearing man, like Yahweh Shai said, but fearing the Most High. There's Revelation 12 and 12 real quick. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. And woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, who is this devil right here? That's the so-called white man, Esau Edom. As it says in 2 Thessalonians, the second chapter, you got a physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan on earth right now. Well, who is the nation that Satan is using to do his will? That's the nation of Edom, man. The so-called white man, woman, and child. So it says, Revelation 12 and 12, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, and woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath. Why? It says, because he knoweth that he have but a short time, man. You see, so this kingdom that we're ruling in, Esau Edom, he's the ruler of it. And it says he's about to come down with great wrath because he know his time is short. He ain't got long to rule, man. As it's saying, Job, the Most High have set bounds that he cannot pass. And Esau, he's seeing those bounds, right? That is fastly approaching. So now he's about to do whatever he got to do to keep his rulership. Even if that means putting a lot of people to death, man. Forcing people to get down with his agenda. Let's get this real quick. In Revelation 13. And I might get an account, I might get an account. Because I'm thinking of two right now. That Hebrews 11 with Moses and 2 Maccabees 6 with our forefather Eleazar. But let's read this real quick, because when Esau come around, he ain't gonna be playing, man. Yeah, he been faking it and putting suits and ties on, shaving his face, and no etiquette, so to speak, and well mannered. But no, he was faking that image. That's not really him. Now we coming into the time he not about to fake who he is no more. He gonna show these people that he's the devil. That's like it said in this very chapter, Revelation 13. I'm gonna start at 11. It says Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast, right, come up out of the earth. And this is America. And he had two horns like a lamb. That's your Democratic and Republican Party. But the point is, it says like a lamb. Right? A lamb known to be docile creatures. You see? Oh, friendly creatures, right? But it says he had two horns like a lamb, because this system he got set up, democracy, it will have people to think they have a vote, or the government care for them or their feelings. That's why it says like a lamb. It says, and he spake as a dragon. So he's feigning, this dragon is feigning himself as he's a lamb, but getting to the point, we're in a time of his rulership to where he ain't got no time to fake it no more. He got to show the world that he is the dragon. And that's what we about to see, man. Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you don't get down with this new world order, this great reset, you're going to be an outcast to society. And I'm going to go into this word killed real quick, because again, whether you're going to be cut off completely from society and you're going to die a slow death, or you're going to be put under a guillotine, because that's another way of judgment for not getting this MOTB. Esau go put people under a guillotine, man. You see? What I wanted. Right. So this is that word kill, and it goes into what? It's the let me read the word first. This the root word of that word kill. It's apple, which is G575. It says of separation, to be separated from the whole part. So you could be an outcast to society. You ain't gonna better buy and sell, no health care, no nothing. Or Esau just go come around and put people to death. But we see where this system leading to. Now I'm gonna get to what I want to get to in the lesson. I'm just building it up to show, look, people who get this device, they're gonna fear Esau wrath that he coming with, they're gonna fear his judgment. But being in this world, they ain't gonna consider the latter end. They not considering, or should I say, they probably don't even know what's to come. Because look, these people in this world, they think this the end all be all. Once they leave here, they die or whatever. Or if they get this device, then they're just gonna get by in society till they grow old and die, and then generations keep coming like America go be here forever. No, if you get this device, I mind you, the Son of the Most High is coming back at the same time this device will be administered. And it's written in prophecy, those who get it will be, and it specifically said, those who get it will be destroyed at his coming, in his presence and in the presence of the angels. So again, you're going to be able to escape Esau's wrath by him not putting you to death, him not making you an outcast of society, right? You'll be able to open doors and get a digital ID, you see, so on and so forth. But you did all that for a short time, because look, when this happened, time gonna move fast. So you're gonna have people selling out, getting this device and bowing down just to get by. And it could be a week later, days later, 2 days later. Shit, you might have some people get the MOTB and the next day, Yahweh Shai come. Come on, man. The next day the Lord come. Now what? So you got this to escape Esau's wrath, but now you have to deal with Yahweh Shai. And that's fire. It's going to be way worse than what Esau could have done. Because at least Yahweh Shai and Yahweh Bashim Shai could save us from Esau's wrath. Esau and these people in this world cannot save anybody from the judgment of the Lord, man. So let's finish reading this. It says, so as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Verse 16. And he calls all. So everybody going to be called. It says, and he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, the charagma, in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So again, you're not going to be able to escape the judgment that's coming from Esau's hand, except you got this MOTB. But the thing is, if you get it, now you got to deal with the Lord. So it's like, which is a decision to make. You see, it's a decision to make, man. Matter of fact, let's get an example of our forefathers, because remember, it say this in what I want, Romans 15:4, real quick. Because again, whatever people get in this society, whatever Esau got to offer, is just pleasures of BS for a short time. Pleasures of sin for a season, man. Because look, when you get it, now you going off, you sinning, because it's a commandment not to get it. So now you getting this for a short time. You bowing down for a short time. Come on, man, the Lord had us go through all this, get all the way up to the end of the world. Jacob's trouble, when time to get hard, people go be bowing down. Because you know why? They fear man. They're going to fear man. They're going to fear that Esau got a guillotine right there. He could put them to death if they don't get this, but they forget to consider a higher power, man, divine intervention. That's what we understand. That's why I understand why Yahweh Shai had to say, do not fear man. Hey, an example, Yahweh Shai, he ain't fear man. When he was in the front of Pilate, Pilate told him, don't you know I got the power to crucify you or let you go? Yahweh Shai said, you got no power at all against me, except it was given you from above. So in that situation, Yahweh Shai ain't fear. But what did he understand? Pilate can't do nothing except the Most High allow it. Although on earth at that time, Pilate actually had the say-so on whether Yahweh Shai was going to be crucified or not. But in reality, who really had to say so? The Most High. And that's what we understand now, man. Esau ain't got the last say-so, man. When the famine come, like Elder Yashua be saying, Esau ain't create food. He not gonna be the end all be all of who can eat and who can't eat. You know? Come on, man. So when the society shut down, Esau's society is shutting down. The works of the Lord ain't gonna stop. You know? These people go be left dormant without no help. The servants of the Lord won't, though, man. So let's read this real quick. This is Romans chapter 15 and verse 4. It says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. So everything that our forefathers went through, the examples we got, it says it was written for our learning here in the end of the world. This is the point. It says that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope. So when we going through our suffering, our temptation, we think back on to the situations the Lord had our forefathers go through, the things that was written, and seeing how they escaped it, escaped man, escaped kings. That gives us hope when we go through our similar experiences as well, man. You know, but let me get that Hebrews 11. I might read the NLT and KJV, but let's start in the KJV. And Shalom Tala Akim Akwa, who may be tuning in. But this Hebrews 11 in the KJV, and I'm gonna start at 24. It says, by faith, going into Moses. Now, mind you, Moses had everything. At the time he was in Egypt, he had everything. So it says, by faith, Moses, when he was, Hebrews 11 and 23, it says, by faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents, because they saw that he was a proper child and they were not afraid of the king's commandment. See, Moses' parents weren't even afraid of the king. It says, but by faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. So when Moses was raised up in Egypt, raised up in riches, you see, could have been a Pharaoh after his so-called stepmother, father would have died, the current Pharaoh. Moses would have been next up, but he refused that. He didn't want that. Because again, the Most High showed him everything. So he seen the benefits that was gonna come with waiting on the Lord, right? Although you gotta suffer with his people, look what he was gonna bless us with. And he ultimately seen, although Egypt living in riches now is gonna get destroyed. So let's see Moses' decision and why he made this decision. Because again, he understood what the Lord got promised is far greater than what Egypt can give me. And although Egypt is on its high horse right now in riches, living good, it's about to be destroyed. So if I stay in this society, I'm gonna just be going off according to my power, although I'm living good. You see? But if I serve my power, it's a chance that these Egyptians might try to harm us, but it's cool because the Lord will come through. That's where we are right now in the story. Yes, we can get the MOTB if you want to, so you can get by and so you don't have to, so Esau don't be mad at you, you know, so you can get your digital ID, so on and so forth, so you can get back on the internet. Guess what? There's pleasures for sin for a short season. That's what Moses realized. Let's read it. So it says, Hebrews 11:24, by faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. Just think about it. If Moses would have said, you know, I love this life and I'm an Egyptian, if he would have continued oppressing the Israelites, his own people, right? Enjoyed the riches, guess what? He would have been sinning only for a short time because judgment was still right around the corner for Egypt. So he would have just been adding on to sin. So put ourselves in a situation in this new Egypt, right? If a person want to just get by in society, so on and so forth, look, you just doing it for a short, going off for a short period of time, angering your power more, seeing, as we started with, Esau know he got a short time. So if he know he got a short time, why is you trying to get by in the society and bow down when it's only a short time left? That's what Moses realized. Let's read it again. Hebrews 11:24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of Mashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. Come on, man. Let's see what the NLT say. Hebrews 11:24 NLT, it says, it was by faith that Moses, when he grew up, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. He chose to share the oppression of God's people instead of enjoying the fleeting pleasures of sin. So that's what we choosing right now, to suffer. We was told we could be taken up in the kings, the world go hate us, so on and so forth, but we choosing this way though, because we know what the Lord got is far better than what you gonna get by way of receiving the MOTB, by way of bowing down to the NWO. What you gonna get from that? But missiles waiting on you, man, for getting it, right? But we choosing to suffer within the oppression of the Most High people, because what the scriptures say, if we suffer with them, we're gonna be glorified with the Lord, man. So it says Moses, he in the NLT, he chose to share the oppression of God's people instead of enjoying the fleeting pleasures of sin. He thought it was better to suffer for the sake of Mashiach than to own the treasures of Egypt, for he was looking ahead to his great reward, man. He wasn't worried about no MOTB, getting by. What's your social credit, what his social credit score was in Egypt. Because look, Moses had a bad social credit score in Egypt after after he killed the Egyptian. He had a bad social credit score, but he didn't care. He didn't care. You see? He chose to suffer for the Lord's sake, man, because he knew at the end of the day, he was going to benefit going the route with the Lord, man, than to continue getting by in Egypt. Let's get another one. Another forefather, Eleazar. Now I'm gonna be quick with this one because it's a whole chapter. But this is Second Maccabees 6. Now this is our forefather Eleazar. I'm gonna read the NLT. Now it says now I'm gonna read the KJV. I mean GNT, but I'm gonna read the KJV. So this is during the Greek Empire, right? Now this is our forefather Eleazar. Now you had Antiochus at this point in time during the Hellenistic period, forcing not only the Israelites but all nations to conform to what? The Greek way of life. Now, as far as the context goes in this chapter, this when he came to Jerusalem, forcing everybody, you see, everybody to eat pork or die. The same thing today. Get the MOTB or die. Or die, right? So they went get an elder man, a well-known man, a man of wisdom who served the Lord, kept the law, so on and so forth. You see, Eleazar. And they try to get him to be a leader to eat the pork first so everybody else could follow his lead. Now let's read a little bit to see how this went down and what Eleazar chose, just like Moses. Did he choose to eat the pork and did he fear man and Esau? Because it was Esau ruling the Greeks. Did he fear man and Esau and bow down and said, I'm going to get this because you want me to? And he forgot about the judgment of the Lord? Or did he consider, well, if I get this, I'm going to be going off according to my power. And then, although I may escape man's judgment, now I got to deal with Yahweh. He wasn't trying to do that. He wasn't trying to do that. So again, think about the times we coming in. Should we fear man so much so that we bow down and get the MOTB, bow down, and you say you agree with rainbow flag supporters and become one? Should we bow down and just give up because Esau might torture us? He might put us to death. But then after you do that, now you got to deal with the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. Or should we have the understanding that even if Esau try to torture me, it's a chance I might not feel it, like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, or Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael. And that's another example of our forefathers, because they was given a choice whether bow down to this statue or get thrown into the furnace. Did they fear Nebuchadnezzar and that furnace? No, they still went in the furnace because they feared the Most High. And guess who came through for them? Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai. The Lord could come through us if man try to do us something. Man can't come through for us if the Lord try to do us something, man. So which side should we choose? Who should we really be afraid of? Esau and his MOTB and the judgment that come with it for not getting it, or the Lord and what he gonna do to us for getting it, man? You know, hey, like the brother Cabal in the New Orleans camp, he got a saying. You can either die for the Lord or you can die by the Lord. Which one? Die for the Lord or die by the Lord? You die for the Lord, you went out for him. Like they say, on your shield, or you got to die by the Lord because you didn't go out on your shield. Now he gonna have to judge you, see? But let's go ahead and read this in Second Maccabees. So, and I'm going to try to be quick with it. So this Second Maccabees 6, and let's start at 18. Second Maccabees 6 and 18, it says, Eleazar, one of the principal scribes, an aged man and of well-favored countenance, was constrained to open his mouth and to eat swine's flesh. But he, choosing rather to die gloriously. Come on, man. But he choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such abomination. Think about it. If you get this MOTB, and especially as a believer, or if you get it, you'll be a former believer. But with you having the knowledge of this device, what it is, right? What Esau really doing, because if you get it, now he your God. What the Lord gonna do to you now for getting it, and for you giving up. Same thing Eleazar felt. If he would have ate that pork, he would have lived stained with an abomination on his spirit, man, on his name. If somebody get this MOTB now, guess what? You're gonna get it, and you're gonna walk away from that MOTB center, from that tent they got set up, and you gonna be condemned in your spirit because you know you going off, man. You know the Lord said don't get it. And your conscience go condemn you. Oh man, come on, imagine that. Hey, remember the elder brother Amawango Ball in New York? He had a dream. He said it was an MOTB chipping station set up, and he even seen people walking away who was in the truth with that device in them, man. Come on, man. That's why we hoping that Revelation 3 and 10, Yahweh Shai said he gonna keep us from the hour of temptation. But again, Eliezer, he didn't want to eat the pork, right? That was the ancient MOTB, spiritually speaking. He didn't want to eat that pork, and then he getting by with a condemned spirit, or he enjoyed pleasures of sin for a short time. He didn't want to do that. So therefore, he says, but he choosing rather to die gloriously than to live stained with such an abomination. He spit it forth and came of his own accord to the torment. He spit it out. He went with it. And it says, as it behooved them to come that are resolute to stand out against such things as are not lawful for the love of life to be tasted. Right? It says, but they that had the charge of the wicked feast, so these men who was over taking part in forcing Israel to eat the pork, it says, and this was some of his old friends who was over. It says, for the old acquaintance that they had with him, it says, taking him aside. So Eliezer, old friends, right, who set up this feast to persuade Israel to eat pork. Once Eliezer spat out the pork and he wasn't with it, it says they took him aside and besought him to bring flesh of his own provision, such as was lawful for him to use, and make it as if he did eat of the flesh taken from the sacrifice commanded by the king. So his friends, they came to him and said, look, Eliezer, yeah, we came up together, you are mans and all. So instead of eating the pork, because we know you ain't with it and we don't want you to die, instead of eating the pork, go get some turkey or some chicken or something, or some beef, something that's lawful, and then eat the lawful food and act like it's the pork. Right? Let's see what Eliezer did. That's like today somebody saying, look, just act like you're getting an MOTB. You feel me? Just act like you're getting it. And, just walk away from the MOTB center, right? Act like you had it in. But the thing is, what if believers see you walking away from them? Right? And what if their faith might be weak and they see you would have been a man of strong faith, and they see you acting like it? Well, that's what Eliezer about to explain. He said, I'm not about to act like nothing. You see? It says, verse 22, that in doing so, he might be delivered from death. So if he would have ate lawful food acting like it was pork, it said he would have been delivered from death. The same thing today. He would have been delivered from Esau's wrath. Or people will be delivered from Esau's wrath if they bow down, if they take to see him. So back then, if you would have ate this pork, you would have been delivered from the wrath of Esau, which is Antiochus in the Greeks. But it says that in doing so, he might be delivered from death, and for the old friendship with them find favor. It says, but he began to consider discreetly. So he thought, right? And as became his age and the excellency of his ancient years and the honor of his gray head, whereon was come, and his most honest education from a child, or rather the holy law made and given by the Most High. Therefore he answered accordingly and willed them straightways to send him to the grave. So in other words, it says, as this man age was, he was wise to his years, he was very wise and he knew the law. And once he got put into the situation, what he did, this is Isaiah 33:6 situation. Wisdom and knowledge became the stability of this man's time. He thought about the scriptures. And after he thought about it, he said, and willed them straightway to send him to the grave. He thought about it and said, man, look, send me to my grave. Come on, this is what else he about to say. For it becometh not our age, said he, in any wise to dissemble, whereby many young persons might think Eleazar, being 80 years and 10, so he was 90 years old, were now going to a strange religion. So he said he was talking to his old friends who gave up and bowed down and ate the pork. He told them, why should we step away from this wisdom and the laws of our power we've been knowing all these years, now in our old age? You see? And he said, what if these young men out here see me eating this pork and they gonna think me as a wise man in my old age went to a strange religion? Verse 25, and so they, talking about the young men, so they, through my hypocrisy, and check this out, what it said about Moses, he didn't want to, or he didn't care about enjoying pleasures of sin for a season, just getting by for a short time. The same thing Eleazar about to say. And so they, talking about the young men, and so they, through my hypocrisy, and desire to live a little time and a moment longer, should be deceived by me, and I get a stain to my old age and make it abominable. So he was like, what's the point of me faking it? Because look, once I eat it, I'm already old. I'm already about to die. What's the point of me faking and eating it? Now I'm going to cause these young men to go off. Then I'm going to have a stain on my name, and I'm going to be an abomination. The same thing today. What's the point of bowing down to Esau, getting this MOTB, seeing this nigga got a short time to rule? Come on, man. Seeing he got a short time to rule. Why is somebody gonna be trying to get by and get an MOTB? Man, that's like you investing into a company you know about to be bankrupt. You know about to go out of business soon, but you still won't put all your money in it. Come on, man. What's the point? What's the point of fearing Esau and man and what they can do, and buying into what they got going and forgetting about what the Most High gonna do, man? So let's read on. It says, this Eleazar still speaking, for though the present time, now check this out, for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men. So if he would have ate this pork, he would have been good on earth, right? At the present time, he would have been okay. He would have ate the pork and he would have had a chance to walk back home, probably sit down, drink yayan, and just get by. Because he would have escaped the punishment of who? Esau. Man, because man wanted him to do this. Esau wanted him to do this. He wasn't trying to fall for peer pressure because everybody else was doing it. It says, for though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, Esau, if you would have did it, it says, yet, right? Yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead. That's a Selah moment. Come on. That's the point of the lesson in verse 26. If we bow down to Esau and his new world order and get this MOTB, you can escape his judgment and his punishment and be delivered from death. But you still gonna be here. And when the Lord come, now you gotta see your Hawashai, man. Come on. Now you gotta see missiles. You see? Ain't here no come up hither. Right? Angels. Ain't no telling how long you gonna be in that fire. Now you gotta see the Lord. It says neither alive nor dead. Right now, in the next world to come, you gonna have your head down for a little bit in the kingdom. Cause and then in the kingdom, you gonna be looking back like, damn, I was scared of Esau. You feel me? Man, I was scared of Esau. You gonna be looking back, cause look, at this time in the kingdom, Esau, he gonna be like, as it said in Isaiah 14, is this the man? Everybody gonna know this little weak creature, Esau. He gonna be weak at this point in time. So you don't want to get in the kingdom and look back like, damn, I was scared of him. I chose to do what he wanted me to rather than the Lord. Come on, man. So it says, let's finish it up. I might as well finish it. It says, for though for the present time I should be, let me see, I'm gonna move on. It says, for though for the present time I should be delivered from the punishment of men, yet should I not escape the hand of the Almighty, neither alive nor dead. And wherefore now, manfully changing this life, I show myself such as one of my age, and leave a notable example to such as be young, to die willingly and courageously for the honorable and holy laws, man. Rather die for the Lord or go out for the Lord. It says, and when he said these words, he immediately went to the torment. It says that they that led him, changing the goodwill, they bare him a little before into hatred. So his friends who was trying to help him, now they felt played. Because look, they was probably condemning the spirit because they ate it already, and he was going out the right way. It says, because the foresaid speeches proceeded as they thought from a desperate mind. It says, but when he was ready to die with stripes, he groaned and said, it is manifest unto the Lord that have the holy knowledge, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endure sore pains in my body by being beaten. So what he's saying is, man, the Lord know I could have escaped this death right now if I would have ate this pork. But now since I didn't eat the pork and I wasn't scared of Esau and bowed down, now I feel pain in my body. I'm getting beat. But check this out. It says, but when I was ready to die with stripes, he groaned and said, it is manifest unto the Lord that have the holy knowledge, that whereas I might have been delivered from death, I now endure sore pains in my body by being beaten. It says, check it out, but in soul I am well content to suffer these things because I fear him. Come on, man. So this man was getting beat, but he was comforted in his spirit because he knew he was going out the right way. In other words, that's like us. Like if we going out that way, man, hey, your work's about to follow you. Come on, if you serving the Lord and you dying as you believe in serving the Lord, in other words, you dying of the elect, man. Come on. We about to see the one we serving. It says, but in soul am well content to suffer these things because I fear him. So he feared the Most High. That's why he was okay with dying by the hands of man instead of by the hands of the Most High, because it would have been worse. It says, and thus this man died, leaving his death for an example of a notable courage and a memorial of virtue, not only unto young men, but unto all his nation. And that's why we read it today, man. You see? So none will be able to help nobody in the times to come. Let me get this real quick. This is the reason I even wanted to do this lesson anyway. Going into the MOTB, man. I had read this earlier. I think it was this. Zephaniah. Yeah, it was 2. So if you get this thing, you know, as far as you know, financially, thinking it's gonna help you, that ain't gonna help you, man. What was I? So like Zephaniah. Damn, I forgot where I was. Zephaniah. Damn, where the fuck I was? So like I forgot. Zephaniah 3. Is it 3? Bear with me. Okay, it was chapter 1. So let me read this real quick, because when the judgment of the Lord come, man, at the end, this won't save you or spare you, or should I say, right? If you get done with Esau, that ain't gonna spare you from the judgment of the Lord, man. You see, let's read this real quick. This is Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 14. It says, the great day of Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. And the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. This the Lord coming. Him, the angels, UFOs, as we would know as the chariots, missiles, fire from the chariots. Come on, man. It says a day of the trumpet and an alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. It says, and neither, right? Neither their silver nor gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath. And it's the verse right here that even sparked my spirit to do this lesson. Because we know silver and gold is money. But the point is, we know this money is about to fall. It ain't gonna mean nothing in the coming days, weeks. This dollar, the system is going digital. So what's gonna be the new silver and gold? The MOTB. The MOTB. Let's say it again. The MOTB will be the new silver and gold. This will be the new way to buy and sell, as we read earlier. So when the Lord brings his judgment, it says neither is silver and gold, or the MOTB, neither is silver and gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath. And I want to hit this right now because we get it earlier. If you get this MOTB, you're gonna be able to get by. You're gonna be good in this world. But when the Lord come back, neither their silver and gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell on the land. A speedy riddance, man. Let me get this real quick. Revelation 14, because it backs it up. That those who get this device, although you get by from the judgment of Esau, now you got to see him. You see? Now you got to see him. This Revelation 14 and 9. And I mind you, this is one of the messages of the prophets in the latter days of the new song. Not to get it, man, because the Lord gonna come and judge those who get it. Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice. So this is what the prophet's saying, because there ain't no angel on earth right now speaking with a loud voice saying this. The prophets, the spirit, the Lord put the spirit, because really the prophets are angels. All the angel is a messenger. So the prophets on the earth right now speaking this message that was sent down through the Ruach HaKodesh. So it says, and a third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, Revelation 14 and 9, if any man worship the beast and his image, so if you bow down to the system, this new world order, it says, and, so what else? Not just bowing down, but it says, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So if anybody bow down to this NWO agenda, this great reset, and after bowing down, you get this MOTB in your forehead or in your hand, it says the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. Fire, man. You see? And it says without mixture. You getting it straight. You know, you getting it straight. You know, you drink some you like when you make a tincture, you use Everclear. Right. Imagine not mixing Everclear with other stuff and just drink that straight, right? That's what the Lord is saying. This judgment is coming, it's gonna be a pure judgment, right? The same show. So if you get this, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So I mind you, what we reading right here, these people, now look, hold on, in Revelation 13, the ones who got this MOTB, they was able to get by. They was able to buy and sell and get by in society. But in Revelation 14, those same ones who was able to get by in Esau's society, because Esau ain't judge them because they bowed down. Well, in the next chapter, it says they're gonna be getting judged when the Lord come back for getting this shit, man, for bowing down. So the point of the lesson is you can bow down now and fear man now because of what man can do to you now. But then you're going to have to see the Lord, man. You're going to have to see the Lord. Or you can say, man, forget what you're talking about, Esau, and his MOTB. You see, we're going to ride with the Lord. And look, he might try to torture us. He might try to put us to death. But look, riding for the Lord is a chance we ain't going to feel that. It's a chance we might not die. And even if he do kill us, we still gonna rule in the next world to come. So it's better just to die for the Lord rather than dying by the Lord, man. And it says in there smoke. And look, it says you're going to die in the presence of the angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So when Yahweh Shai and the angels come, make their appearance and be over America looking down, right? Those people will be burning and looking up at Yahweh Shai and the angels and the elect looking down at them, man, burning. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they had no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whoso receiveth the mark of his name, man. So which one is better? You see, fear not, man. We've been quoting this all morning. Let's get it. This Yahweh Shai, Matthew 10 and 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. Right. Our forefather Eliezer, who we were just reading about. Esau was killing his body. But he said, although I'm feeling this pain in my body, yet is my soul well content because I know I'm dying for my power. They weren't able to do nothing to his soul. Look, Esau could try to torture you and you might die and bleed out before he get to what he really want to do. Now you spirit with the one you've been serving, back up there in the heavens, ready to rule. Come on, man. So it says, and fear not them which kill the body, right? But are not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell, man. That's the one we should fear, because the Most High could destroy this flesh. He could keep you here when that fire hit. It's just how you hear, right? Even in the next world to come, he ain't gonna forget you, because you will be born and you feeling bad because what you did or how you bowed down in the world before that. Come on, man. So it's better to let's get this, and I get two more and I wind it down. Sirach 4 and 28. Sirach 4 and 28, it says, strive for the truth unto death, and Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai shall fight for thee, man. So strive for what we believe in, even if it's until death. And even until death, the Lord still could come through. He still could come through. As many other examples and many accounts of the Lord coming through, even after man already died, right? Lazarus come forth, right? Even after man already died, just like Elijah, that little boy, died during a famine, and all Elijah said was, Lord, he prayed over him, said, Lord, can you put this boy's spirit back in him? Now think about it. The Most High sent the spirit down from the spiritual realm back into that boy just because a prophet asked. So even after death, the Lord still could come through, or even in the death, we can don't feel it. Come on, man. Ain't nothing impossible with the Lord. But real quick, I ended on this. Revelation 3 and 10. It says, because the Yahweh Shai speaking, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. So the Lord is saying, because you still believed in me through the suffering, because you were still doing this work, right? Through the temptation, so on and so forth. It says, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. And that's when everybody get tried with this MOTB. The Lord said he's going to keep us from that as long as we continue to serve him, man. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. You see? So I end it right there. And again, to end the lesson off, the MOTB, it can protect you from Esau's wrath, right? You'll still be able to get by in society, buy and sell, you see, so on and so forth. It says, but not from the judgment of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because once the Lord come, guess what? That society go be over with. Now you got to be judged, man. And if you get this thing, you're enjoying just pleasures of sin for a short time. Esau got a short time to rule. So what's the point in buying in or investing into this NWO sin? It got a short time to last anyway, man. And once this MOTB come, time go speed up. You see? Time go speed up. But look, I ended right there. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders a great millstone. And peace and blessings to all you Joachim out there who pushing this word with truth and sincerity, and as well as all you believers out there who believe in on the gospel. They keep fighting, keep pushing, and we almost out of here. And with that, shalom.